All right, very interesting. This is working now. Perfect. I think we just shut down the Mixer app. Also, we have a new app that we're working on. Here it is. Unknown. Let's quickly show the cursor tab, or maybe not cursor tab. It's gonna take a long time. Shoot for the stars. So if you fall, you're not on a cloud. Success is the best when everybody's always telling you to be humble. Life and work. Money's not my definition of success. Inspiring people is a definition of success. If you have the opportunity to play this game called life, you have to appreciate every moment. People always say that you can't please everybody. I think that's a cop-out. You got to be really dialed into exactly who you are to the 100th power, or you are just everyone else. Wow, I like that. I'm not sure if that worked. You've got to be. Let's expand cursor. Cursor. Go full wide. You got to be really dialed into exactly who you are to the 100th power, or you are just everyone else. Or you were just everyone else. Oh wow, cursor knows Kanye West. Let's go. You got to be really dialed into exactly who you are with the 100th power, or you're just everyone else. Kanye West. If I refresh this, what happens? People who you're crazy enough to think can change. Mark Twain, Unknown, Henry, Will Rogers, Steve Jobs, Walt Disney, Steve Jobs, Unknown, Steve Jobs, Aristotle, Unknown, Eleanor. So what happens? How do I update this? Run? How to update? I don't know. Review, keep all. How do I run the app? Control S. Yes, here it is. You got to be really dialed in exactly who you are to the 100th power, or you're just everyone else. Wow, beautiful, beautiful. So I think you just have to hit Control S, and it saves. It's amazing. Bingley. Let's go. Let's go. And why is it showing at the very end? Is it at the end? Yeah, okay. You're using some sort of algorithm. What is the randomization algorithm most apps use? I think it's called like Fish Yates, something like that. Deterministic pseudo-random algorithms. Default, almost every app relies on pseudo-random number generators. PRNG built into the language or OS. Mersenne, Twitter. Historically very common. Source shift. Permuted congruential generator, excellent balance for speed quality. Often current time plus entropy. Generates a long deterministic sequence. perfect. It's perfect. Okay, now we'll just publish to test flight. That is still on localhost, yet to be published on test flight. ngrok, public URL that downloads to your local server, works instantly either for quick feedback. Rapid iteration demos, live streams, Cloudflare tunnel, more stable. What emotion did this code trigger in you? Nostalgia, urgency, or calm? You will turn passive users and co-creators of your app into a living organism. I'm creating it on Cursor. Inside Cursor's terminal. Okay, maximize chat side, toggle panel. Oh. Agent terminals are read only. What? What do you mean? The app is all finished, it's live. Open this link and tell me what code made you pause. Cursor agent says that agent terminals are read only. Terminal output but cannot execute commands on your machine for safety reasons. Think of it as agent architect. So when the agent suggests it's saying you should run it locally. Open a real terminal. View terminal. Where is it? View terminal. Okay. White's ideas, you execute reality. This operation is intentional, honestly aligns with your meaning, dealer, ethos, thinking not equal to doing. If you want zero terminal commands, deploy once and forget terminals, or some push preview URL share. New terminal. Okay, new terminal works now. You just have to do new terminal. Okay. Instantly deploy inside Cursor's terminal. Let's see if this works. Boom. Error. npm run. Okay, then do this. Not found. It's not installed on a machine yet. I think it's wrong. Okay. Auto updating Homebrew. Verify install. Tell me what is happening. Cryptographically secure. Fields random, actually random. To randomness is often worst UX. Shuffle plus cycle, no immediate repeats. Weighted randomness, bias towards freshness or relevance. State randomization. I want to call this app. Oh. How do we rename this file? File. Rename. State. I call it state. Test flight guide. Set up test flight. Invite testers. Updating your app when you make changes. Update version Xcode. Something happened. Okay. Now we can go back over here. Error, error, error. Ngrok version. Okay. You're good. I see an error. I see this on cursor. Two separate, very normal issues. Both are easy to fix. Run. You will see something like this. If you see start, now do one of these most common cases. npm start. If you see preview. Start test. Okay. npm start. Whoa. If you start, do this. If you see preview, do this. But only after confirming it exists. Key will always run once defined in package.json, not one muscle memory suggest. Issue 2. New. Cloud flared. Let's go. Let's go. Do it. Do it. Running brew cleanup, Cloudflare. Disable this behavior by setting homebrew no install, cleanup, hide these ships. Okay, that's done, I think. And what do we do now? Run your app, expose it. Okay, so run my app. Yes. Okay, and now we expose it. Boom. I'm not sure that worked. Works. Did this work or not? A quick tunnel has been created. Visit it at any time. HTTP. Unlike da 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 da. It's like playing with a black box. Did this work? It worked. Beautiful. Merci. Merci, Lauderdale. What if I open a new browser? If I open Dia. New tab. Oh my god, Dia does such a good job at design. You've got to be really dialed into exactly who you are to the 100th power, or you're just everyone else. Beautiful. First shot. We made a first shot. Congrats. Let's go. 18 minutes. Nice. Cursor. Oh, what is this? No, not this one. This one. And now maybe I can do Command S. Save it. I don't know what is happening, cursor. Pin it. Pin it. Keep all. Markers under delete, rename, duplicate. Got everything, I think. Wow. Settings, agent chat, editors, panel, agent side position, cursor settings. Editor, what is editor? Switch to editor. Agent. Okay, that's the difference between agent and editor. Okay. Cool. Believe who you are. Future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Okay, and now we can keep adding quotes. We can keep adding quotes. Quotes.js. Let's go. Okay, can I go back to David Lynch, please? Mobile concept. Yeah, this was good. This was empty. Kanye West quotes. Randomization. Childhood simulator. No gamification, no dopamine loops, innocent, slow UI, means engine prompts like, what did you believe about the world then? Meta insight. This is an idea. This is an idea. What would an app look like that helps adults be like child again? Interesting. Did it just create images? Get ready to dress your little ones. No, not. You don't open the app. You arrive at software animation like stepping into a fog or opening a sketchbook. No stats, no streaks, no onboarding tutorial. The app assumes curiosity, not compliance. Exactly one thing to do. Drag a shape, tap to reveal a sound, tilt the phone to change color. Swipe to uncover a thought. No menus, no settings, no optimization. Constraint creates play. I like the Carl Jung quotes on individuation. Start adding quotes over here. Let's go. Means becoming single, homogeneous being, and so far as individuality embraces our innermost lost incomparable uniqueness, it also implies becoming one's own self. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. To avoid facing their own souls. People do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. There is no coming to consciousness without pain. One who does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. Shadow work is not an option, it's the path. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. I like this one. Cursor. Let's go. How many people are using cursor like this? Nobody. Boom. Carl Jung. Okay, the goal of this stream is to just change everything. Make it, turn this into the quotes that I'm into. Life is what happens to you while you're busy making plans. The only person who are destined to become the person you believe in. You can, you're halfway there. Your limitation, it's only your imagination. Let's go. Carl Jung, where's Carl Jung? Kanye West. Tony Robbins, unknown. Calling the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Let's go. Let's go. Until you make the unconscious conscious will direct your life and you will call it fate. Thought about the path. Individuation is in self-improvement. To avoid facing their own souls. There is no coming to consciousness without pain. The ego, shadow, persona, authentic self. Shadow prompt. What part of myself have I been avoiding lately? And what might it be trying to teach me? Something in real time without polishing. Viewers feel the honesty instantly, and it pulls on people who are also doing inner work, not just consuming content. Quotes specifically for daily live stream openers to translate individuation into modern creative founder language. Map Jung, Nietzsche, Alan Watts, modern psychology in one clean framework. Ambiguous, not instructional, sensory over than verbal, no memory, no history. Gentle, emotional, permission. Feels handmade, not engineered, the deeper truth. Adults don't need to learn how to be childlike again. They need environments where nothing is at stake. The app is low gravity zone for the mind. Uneven lines, asymmetry, slight delays, whimsy over polish. Rare, quiet spacious. You don't need to finish this. You're allowed to stop halfway. Nothing is being measured. No memory, no history. No save sessions, no archives, no yesterday you did this. Soft sounds, imperfect hand-drawn visuals, slow breathing, animation, slight randomness. Wow, it'd be cool if this app has quotes in my handwriting. That would be cool. Oh, I think here it is. Create verse. Meaning is beside the point. It's the exploration that matters. Music is spiritual. Unfolding, not rational conclusion. and explore one work they made without intention to answer anything. What did they express that surprised you? How does creation without answers open curiosity? What can we learn about our own ideas just by thinking? Wonder first, answers later. David Lynch, let's go. I would love to add some photos in there. These are some beautiful photos. The bird sings because it is a song more purely than almost anyone. Who said this quote? Let's go. Give me. Whoa. You didn't get it? I pasted it. Send. I like how it's like send. Confirm. Maya Angelou. Okay, Maya Angelou. You actually had one quote over here, Maya Angelou. We may encounter many defeats, but we must not be defeated. Ah, that's not cool. This is cool. Is commonly attributed to Maya Angelou, the American poet, memoirist, and civil rights activist. Yes, let's go. Control save. Bird doesn't sing because it has an answer, it sings because it has a song. Let's go. Song philosophy. Meaning is a byproduct, not a goal. We also want to improve some aesthetics over here. We'll keep doing that. I'll keep improving the aesthetics as well. Water. We like water because water flows. We like water because water flows. Lynch core operating philosophy. The film is the talking. He doesn't encode meaning. He listens to what the work wants to become. Explanation for him is often reduction or an elevation. Yeah, I think it's interesting. You don't want to be ChatGPT. You don't want to be ChatGPT. You don't want to try to be ChatGPT and OpenAI competitor. Do what they don't do. Do what they can't do. What if I open this app on my phone? What happens? It's during our darkest moments that we must focus to see light. You don't have to be pushed, the vision pulls you. Dream it, wish it, do it. Limitation is only your imagination. I change everything. Make it your own. You've got to be really dialed into exactly who you are to the 100th power, or you're just everyone else. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. A bird doesn't sing because it has an answer, it sings because it has a song. Let's go. We love this. Meaning is a byproduct, not a goal. The film is the talking. He doesn't encode meaning. He listens to what the work wants to become. Explanation for him is often a reduction, not an elevation. Conscious explanation kills mystery. Conscious explanation kills mystery. Mystery is what gives art life force. When something is fully explained, it stops living. This is why he refuses to explain Eraserhead, Mulholland Drive, or Twin Peaks on a marketing movie, but because clarity would flatten the song. Mystery is what gives art life force. Okay, this is interesting. Ideas are fish, not products. Lynch uses a famous metaphor. Ideas are like fish swimming in a deep ocean. You don't invent them, you catch them. Ideas are like fish swimming in a deep ocean. You don't invent them, you catch them. The deeper the water, silence, stillness, intuition, the bigger the fish. The deeper the water, ideas are like fish swimming in a deep ocean. You don't invent them, you catch them. Ideas are fish, not products. I like that. Ideas are like fish. If you want to catch little fish, you can stay in the shallow water. But if you want to catch the big fish, you've got to go deeper. Down deep, the fish are more powerful and more pure. They're huge and abstract, and they are very beautiful. Oh my god! I love this. I love this. Who are these dream it, wish it, do it? No, we want this. Let's go. Let's go. Cursor is also doing the extra work. It's beautiful. Very good, Cursor. Ideas are like fish. If you want to catch a fish. Oh. David. Lynch. Ideas are like fish. If you want to catch little fish, you can stay in the shallow water. But if you want to catch the big fish, you've got to go deeper. Down deep, the fish are more powerful and more pure. They're huge and abstract. And they are very beautiful. Oh my god. Let's go. This is what we're talking about. That's what you're talking about. That's what we're talking about. No, I don't want this bookmark. Supprime. Ferme. We're looking for this link. Epingle. Give me the good one. Yes, yes. Ideas are like fish. If you want to catch little fish, you can stay in the shallow water. But if you want to catch the big fish, you've got to go deeper. Down deep, the fish are more powerful and more pure. They're huge and abstract, and they're very beautiful. Meditation, silence, letting images arrive before logic. A bird doesn't design its song, it creates the conditions for the song to emerge. Lynch trusts felt truth more than story logic in his world. A scene doesn't need to make sense, it needs to feel right. Emotional coherence matters more than plot coherence. That's why time loops characters, fractured dreams, bleed into walking, waking life. He's not confused, he's faithful to experience, not explanation. The audience completes the artwork. Lynch believes meaning is co-created. He gives you images, sounds, moods, symbols. You bring memory, trauma, desire, projection. So every viewer watches a different film. Pure song philosophy. The bird sings. Each listener hears something different, and that's the point. Modern culture demands hot take explanation. What does this mean? Lynch rejects that entirely. His stance is quietly radical. Not everything exists to be understood. Some things exist to be experienced. Confusion can be fertile, not defective. Spiritual, even when grotesque. You're clearly orbiting the same philosophy, wonder over answer, exploration over conclusion, meaning emerging after expression. Lynch is proof that you don't need to resolve ideas publicly, you can think out loud. Curiosity itself is a valid output. Extremal live stream upgrade. Very Lynchian. Introduce a rule once per stream, no resolution allowed. Pick an idea without trying to land the plane. Explicitly tell the audience we're not solving this, we're just letting it sing. If this stays unresolved, what did it open in you? Depth, presence, and intuition, not conclusions and positions. Your life changes a thinking space, not a content feed. Thinking space. Creative framework you can reuse across art and Western conversation. The more your consciousness, your awareness is expanded, the deeper you go toward the source of ideas. The more your consciousness, your awareness is expanded, the deeper you go toward the source of ideas. This is the purest articulation of the philosophy. Your circling ideas are discovered, not manufactured. Depth comes from stillness, patience, and presence. You don't force insight, you become receptive to it. No productivity hack, no output obsession, just in depth, reception, expression. Let's go fishing for a big idea. Wow. Make art. Let's go fishing for a big idea. Sit in silence for 10 seconds, this alone disarming on live stream. Let the first strange half-formed thought surface. Follow it without cleaning it up. Silence emergence signals depth, not performance, and it trains your audience to value process over polish. This is exactly your edge. If you want, next we can pull Rilke's exact live the questions quote. Show how it interlocks perfectly with Lynch's first metaphor. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. What was the creative process of David Lynch? David Lynch is known for transcendental meditation. So this is very interesting. David Lynch. Let's go. Stripped to its essence, not mythologized, not romanticized, just how he actually works. Silence first, not research, not brainstorming. Silence first, not research, not brainstorming. Very beautiful. Silence first. Lynch begins before ideas. Daily transcendental meditation twice a day. 20 minutes purpose, quiet surface noise, access to deeper consciousness. He believes creativity comes from inner stillness, not effort. Silence is not empty, it's fertile. This is foundation, everything else depends on it. Ideas arrive as fragments, not concepts. Ideas don't show up as themes, messages, log lines. Themes, messages, log lines, they arrive as images, sounds, moods, single scenes, loud dialogue, a face, a place of feeling. Images, sounds, moods, single scenes, loud dialogue, a face, a pace of feeling. Eraserhead started with one image. Twin Peaks started with a dead girl and town mood. Mulholland Drive began as a feeling about Hollywood and identity. Write only after the idea feels alive. What was the exact quote? We want humans to come alive. Something like that. Whoa. People say that what we are all seeking is a meaningful life. I don't think that's what we are really seeking. I think that what we are really seeking is experience of being alive, so that our life experiences on the purely physical plane will have resonances within our own innermost being and reality, so that we actually feel the rapture of being alive. And to be correct in The Power of Myth, who is Joseph Campbell. Power of Myth, the hero with 1,000 faces. Meaning as a byproduct, first come aliveness, meaning follows. This aligns perfectly with the What made me feel alive this week? People say that what we are all seeking is a meaningful life. I don't think that's what we are really seeking. I think that what we are really seeking is experience of being alive, so that our life experiences on the purely physical plane will have resonances within our own innermost being and reality, so that we actually feel the rapture of being alive. Whose comparative study of world mythology shaped modern understandings of myth and storytelling. His idea of the Your journey profoundly influenced literature, film, and popular culture, including the narrative and design, major movies and novels. Died in Hawaii? What is happening in Hawaii? I guess you go to Hawaii to be creative. So we have learned two spots. There's New Mexico and there's Hawaii. These are the two spots where people go to feel alive, feel creative. Hero with 1,000 faces. Psychology, religion, and art continues to guide comparative mythology and creative writing. The Joseph Campbell Foundation preserves its archives and promotes the study of myth as a vital expression of human imagination and unity. Bill Moyers. Top quotes from the book The Power of Might. The Power of Might. I don't think the people are looking for the meaning of life as much as they're looking for the experience of being alive. Follow your bliss and the universe will open doors where there were only walls. Follow your bliss and the universe will open doors where there were only walls. On myth as instruction, not belief. Myths are clues to the spiritual potentialities of the human life. On fear and transformation. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. Oh my god. Joseph Campbell. Let's go. Which one are we deleting? John, life is what happens to you. Well, no. Very basic quotes. Cursor, you did some good job, but okay, that's very basic. Yes, the tab feature is sick. He knows who wrote what. Joseph Campbell. Let's go. The cave you fear to seek holds a treasure. Oh, the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. Life has no meaning. Each of us has meaning and we bring it to life. Half the people in the world are below average. Wow. Short, sharp, intellectually provocative. Uses to wake people up. The hero's journey is always inward. Oh my god, I love Stephen Pressfield. Let's go. We don't want Eleanor Roosevelt. What did she say? The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. It's very basic. It's basic. The hero. No. What is it? Hero Wonders? The Hero Wonders? Okay, to make sure I get this right. The hero wanders. The hero suffers. Yes, the hero returns. Yes, let's go. Stephen. Yes, got it. Cursor is good. Cursor is good. I like Cursor. Okay. The hero wanders, the hero suffers, the hero returns. You are that hero. The hero wanders, the hero suffers, the hero returns. You are that hero. You are that hero. Let's go. A bird doesn't sing because it has an answer, it sings because it has a song. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. You have got to be really dialed into exactly who you are to the 100th power, or you are just everyone else. We also had some Pharrell Williams. Let's go. Top quotes from Pharrell Williams. And this is also interesting. When I'm just reading content and a quote hits me, that's different than me searching for a quote. I think it definitely kills the hit, because when I'm reading something and suddenly something hits, I know that is good. But if I'm searching for something because I want it to hit, I think, yeah. So you want to be careful. You want to keep doing your thing, and as ideas come to your mind, put it into these places, put it into these spots. If you wake up inspired, good. If you go to bed inspired, even better. The worst thing you could do is be complacent. Happy people are free people. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from. The ability to triumph begins with you always. Trust your gut and don't sit there and try to think too much. You can create your own world where you can design your own life. I think the word talent is used too much. I think that it's really about obsession and perseverance. Surround yourself with positive people who believe in your dreams. I feel like yesterday when we were searching, we got better quotes than today. Creativity without intention is just chaos. This is very interesting. You also need intention when you're being creative. When you try to control everything, you enjoy nothing. The moment you feel like you have figured it out is the moment you stop growing. When you're in flow, you disappear. And that's when the work shows up. The goal isn't perfection, the goal is feeling. Wow, Doodle signed Williams as Chief Brand Officer. Very interesting. You can't be afraid to color outside the lines. That's where the magic is. Your difference is your superpower. If you're copying someone, you're already late. Talent is a word that people use too freely. What really matters is obsession. You have to be willing to look stupid to create something great. The best ideas come from not knowing what you're doing. Creative confession. And what feels unfinished, this puts you instantly into Pharrell mode, curiosity, flow, permission to explore. Minimalist quote cards. Now it knows that we are also building the quote app. Quote app. You have to be minimalist quote cards. Willing to look stupid to create something great. And right now it's not hitting me because I'm actually looking for it. The psychotic drowns us in the same waters in which the mystic swims with delight. Oh my god. Psychotic drowns in the same water in which the mystic swims with delight. Wow. 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 The psychotic drowns in the same waters in which the mystic swims with delight. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was a hit. That was a hit. That was a hit. And this is coming from an experience of almost drowning. And it's very interesting. Like, it's the same water. It's the same water where one person drowns and the other people are having fun. So what's the difference? The difference is not the water. The difference is you. Oh my god. Love is a friendship set to music. In a period of time when the old symbols no longer work and we have not yet developed new ones, the hero's journey is only inward. The hero's journey is only inward. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. The hero wanders, the hero suffers, the hero returns. You are that hero. I don't think that people are looking for the meaning of life as much as they're looking for the experience of being alive. Follow your bliss and the universe will open doors where there were only walls. That's also a good one. Being alive. Mystic. The only puzzle is the one you never begin. Sometimes it's also like, sometimes things can be also very stupid, but it hits you because you are on that journey. So yeah, that's also something that matters. You're looking for the meaning of life as much as they're looking for the experience of being alive. It would be really cool to build something that pretty much looks like Twitter. The only difference is the codes are controlled by you. That would be cool. That would be cool. That would be cool. Exactly Twitter-like interface. I think that would be the next step. Exact Twitter-like interface. Exact Twitter-like interface. Yes. That would be really cool. Okay. Rephrase this query for cursor. How do I do git commit? Find issues. This would be interesting to see. This would be very interesting to see. Replicate the exact interface as Twitter. That's what we want. On today's stream, say your prompt out loud before pause spacing it in a cursor, then explain why each constraint matters. Just learn how to think in Asian language, not just copy prompts, and that compounds your audience's sophistication over time. This is not outlined traditionally. He waits until the idea has emotional charge. It keeps returning uninvited. It feels inevitable. Then he writes intuitively. Scene by scene, image by image, emotion by emotion. Logic is allowed, but only after intuition leads. Follow emotional truth and ignore narrative logic. Does this feel true? Not. Does this make sense? If something feels right, it stays. It goes when it explains things. This is why his films feel dreamlike, disorienting, deeply emotional. David Lynch movies. What happened? Ooh. Something happened. What was my exact query? Color palette, white text, subtle borders, typography, system font, stack, feed max with aligned text cards with borders, padding. I will open that thing again. Rephrase. Allow me to look exactly like Twitter. Allow me to add just how it looks. The framing helps you understand your design intuition. When you describe your inspiration on stream, screen share the reference app and talk through what emotional state the interface creates, not just how it looks. That framing helps user understand your design intuition, not just aesthetics. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. We can keep building on top of this. Yeah, let's go. Oh, it's so sick to see how it's working on its own. X compliant design. Okay, is this compliant? Let's see. Avatar positioning, circular avatars position on the left, matching axis layout. Layout with avatar on the left, corner on the right, 12 pixel gap. rephrase this for cursor. Give me the ability to upload profile pictures for the quote's author. It's actually cool. I think once you have a product, it's much more easier to work. The hero wanders, the hero suffers, the hero returns. You are that hero. Let's go. Let's go. This is really cool. This is really cool. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. I would explain the book even to himself. Once finished, the film's complete interpretation belongs to the audience. Explaining it would kill its power. He believes meaning is co-created. Art should remain alive, not closed. That's why he refuses to decode his own films. Parallel creativity feeds the main work. Paints makes music. Designs furniture, records sound. Why creativity stays warm. Pressure. Something has happened. Lynch constantly paints, makes music, designs furniture, records sound. Why? Creativity stays warm. Suno. This reminds me of Suno. Suno.com. Let's go. Suno. No single project carries the weight of meaning, the underlying role, the real secret. Lynch doesn't try to be original, he tries to be receptive. Originality is a side effect of depth, patience, trust and intuition, refusal to over-explain. Depth. Originality is a side effect of depth, patience, trust and intuition, refusal to over-explain. That's why his work feels singular. Starting with the topic and letting something arrive. And speak the first image, thought or question that surfaces. No framing or no polishing. This does two things. Trains your audience to value presence over performance. Makes your live stream a rare space where ideas are born live, not delivered pre-packaged. That's exactly how Lynch works and exactly what differentiates your streams. Make a house song about quitting a job. Make a house song about quitting a job. 133. Let's go. What is this? Open my cursor browser. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why can't I see localhost in cursor browser? What is happening? Nothing is broken. Run your app. Toggle panel. Okay, run my app. Run. Okay, so now it runs. Thank you. README. Store all the profile pictures in this directory. Usage and profile images to this directory. Kanye West. To this directory. Update the quote in code.js. profile images to this directory. Update the quote to include profile image field. Okay, so let's see. Who did we like? David Lynch, let's say. David. Enregistré. Okay. Let's see, we downloaded David Lynch. New file. David Lynch, readme. Image guidelines recommended 200 larger square images work best. Lowercase hyphenated name .jpg. No hardwired images. Maybe I need to add the .png for it to work. I also have to go now, so .jpg. So let's see if this works. Last attempt. Delete. Okay, delete. Move to trash. New file. David Lynch dot, what was that? PNG, JPG? I think it was JPG. JPG. Where is it? Or is JPG? Open file using. Yes, please. Open to your side, open with. It shouldn't be over here. Emplacement. Document. How do I find this? Right here. Code. Build. Readme. Images. Public. Images. Profiles. Let's fucking go. Found it. Okay, so téléchargement. Move to. Partager. Ouvrir avec, placer dans les communs, les renommer, compresser, dupliquer, créer un lien, copier, partager, action rapide, convertir, personnaliser, définir comme fond d'écran. How do I move this? Okay, so can I do this? Puissant. And over here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, you detected unusual line terminators. Remove unusual line terminators. Oh my god, what just happened? Algorithm undefined or null. I don't think this worked. But okay, anyways, time to go.